I'm back, the man behind the mask. Huh? Hello, VC. How you been? Jex Russell, and I am back with another vinyl update. Finally, it's been a little while. I know, as many of you know, I'm in college, so I haven't had a lot of time to make vinyl videos or any videos for that matter. And also, I'm working part time now, so I don't really have the funds to buy records. But I do have a few records to show off that I bought in the summer when I was still working full time. And I was lucky enough to acquire some store credit at a local shop, so I got a few goodies there too. So what do you say we get into it? But first, I'd like to give a shout out to my buddy Bruce Lutz. But yes, Bruce, my buddy from school. We're both in the business department, and he's just a really cool guy, and he knows I'm into vinyl, so he was generous enough to just give me this. And this is Santana. The album is called Festival, which I'm not familiar with, and to be honest, I'm not all that familiar with Santana. I mean, I know some songs, that are heard on the radio, obviously, but I never really took the time to check out more of his stuff. So I look forward to checking this out. So Bruce, thanks, brother, appreciate it. So now on to the purchases. This goes back to this summer, probably late August. A little bit of new wave of British heavy metal coming your way with Saxon, Denim and Leather. I didn't really have any Saxon in my collection. I had one CD called Rock and Roll Gypsies, which is like a live compilation from the late 80s, but I didn't have any full-length studio albums. So I found this for $6. It's a French import. Had to get it. I only listened to it the once, which is the case for a lot of these. Like I said, I've been studying a lot, so I haven't had a lot of time to listen to records, but I listened to most of these once, and from what I heard, I really loved this album. Just great new wave of British heavy metal, everything you'd expect from Saxon. It's amazing. The one track that stuck out for me the most was the opening track, Princess of the Night. Such a great tune. So I definitely look forward to checking this out again, and also I look forward to finding more Saxon in my collection. I need more Saxon. They're great, and it's a shame that I didn't have more by them already. Alright. Moving along. The next one I have to show, 45 Grave with Autopsy. This is actually a compilation by 45 Grave. Obviously a punk band. This wasn't really a blind buy, but sort of, because I knew one song by them, and then I saw that it's on here. That song is called Party Time. I was like, oh nice, there it is on side 2. So I was super pumped. I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be good. I'm sure the rest of their stuff is just as awesome. So a few days later, I'm like, I'm gonna listen to this. So I even started with side 2 because I was so pumped to listen to Party Time. And then when it came on, to my disappointment, it's not even the Party Time that I knew. And I later discovered, upon doing my research, that the Party Time that I was familiar with is the zombie version, which is from the 1985 horror classic, Return of the Living Dead. Do you want party? It's party time! But the version that's on here, it sounds nothing like it. Like the vibe is different, the lyrics aren't even the same. It's just they're both called Party Time. That's the only thing they have in common. The version on here is actually the single version, I believe. And it's just so dark and weird. The lyrics are really disturbing. I won't go into detail, but if you're curious, check out the single version of Party Time. It's really weird. But as disappointing as that was for me, the rest of the album is really great. I really enjoyed it. Just straightforward, a female-fronted punk, not unlike Plasmatics or Vice Squad. So, 45 Grave. This was a great compilation. As disappointed as I was, that it wasn't the Party Time I know and love, still a great compilation. I recommend it. Yeah. And the next one up is a flea market purchase, and here it is. Ian Hunter with You're Never Alone with a Schizophrenic. Hold on now. The winner for best album title goes to Ian Hunter. Am I right? That's just an amazing album title. But yeah, I didn't know much about this except for the one song on here called Cleveland Rocks, which is an amazing song, and I knew that mainly because it was covered by a band called Presidents of the United States of America and used as the theme song to The Drew Carey Show. All the little chicks with the crimson lips go Cleveland Rocks, Cleveland Rocks. So the original version on here, it's amazing. I didn't know the rest, but I liked what I heard. If I had to compare it to anyone, Bruce Springsteen, a little bit of Tom Petty, maybe Joe Jackson. You know, that should give you an idea what kind of vibe this is. Really mellow rock, great to have on around the house, you know. So yeah, really like this. Look forward to listening to it again. Ian Hunter, you're never alone with a schizophrenic. All right, next one up. Oh, there's a little story behind this one. I should tell the story real quick. My buddy Ricky Gallant, I talked about Ricky a few videos ago. We had done a trade and he had given me a bunch of AC/DC cassettes. Really cool kid. And he made it clear, I had a cassette in my collection and he made it clear that he was interested in it. And the album is none other than All for One by Raven. And yeah, he was always saying, hey man, if ever you decide to give it away, I'd love to have it. And I was like, alright, I probably won't, but if I do, you'll be first in line. One day I'm on Facebook and I see that he was showing off his new purchases, and there was this one vinyl on there that I'm like, whoa, okay, that's pretty cool. I love to comment. I was like, dude, I'm pretty jealous about that one. You're lucky. And then he jokingly says, hey, I'll trade it to you for a certain Raven cassette. To which I replied, yes, let's do it. And he was like, really? So yeah, I was like, sure, man, because I have the All for One by Raven. Actually, it's right here. I have it on vinyl on the Bonsai label. So I was like, yeah, sure, you can have the cassette. You know, why not? You really want it. So the vinyl that he had for me was none other than The Decline of Western Civilization Part 2, The Metal Years. This is an awesome soundtrack. I love the movie. Great documentary. I have it on VHS. So entertaining. And the names on here, Alice Cooper, Guns N' Roses, you have Faster Pussycat, Motorhead, Armored Saint, Lizzie Borden, Megadeth, Queensryche, Metal Church, which I didn't remember that they were in the movie, but then again, it's been a while since I watched the movie. Rigor Mortis, and Seduce. So good, even better than I remembered. So, Ricky, thanks a lot for doing this trade, buddy. I hope you're enjoying that Raven cassette. I most definitely enjoyed this, and I look forward to spinning it again. So yeah. If you guys find that soundtrack, couldn't recommend it enough. Alright, we got 4 more to go. And these were all purchased with store credit that I got at Matt's Media Outlet. Really great store. So the first one I picked up, Scream Dream, Ted Nugent. This is one that I had already, but the cover was kind of in rough shape. So many of my Ted Nugent records had rough covers, which makes sense because I got them all from the same person years ago. But this was the last one I needed to replace, and I finally did, and I'm happy. Even this cover is not the best shape, but it's better than the other one I had. So yeah, Wango Tango, classic track, some good stuff on here. Flesh and Blood, Spit It Out, Come and Get It. Don't Cry, I'll Be Back Before You Know It, Baby. Yeah, any Nugent is good Nugent, so happy to finally have a good copy of this. Now the only one I'm missing on Epic Records is a self-titled, and then I have all of the Nugent collection on Epic, and I can move on to Atlantic. I don't have anything on his Atlantic years. So yeah. Again at Matt's Media Outlet. Got myself some Mahogany Rush, Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush. This is their 4th album. Great stuff. I'm new to Mahogany Rush, but I do love what I hear. I had it in the background one night when I was just studying, and it's great. It's just some great, straightforward rock and roll, and it wasn't too distracting. You know, usually I don't put music on if I study because I'm really sensitive to it, but I had this on not too loud, and it wasn't too distracting. Just really good rock and roll. Yeah. So look forward to finding more from Mahogany Rush. The other one I have is, I forget the name of it, Tales of the Unexpected, which is also a fantastic album. Alright, let's keep going. This one here was a blind buy. I saw this at Matt's Media. It was $6, and I loved the cover, and I was just looking at it. I'm like, you know, for $6, I'm gonna give it a try. It looks really cool. And here it is, China. Again, didn't know anything about it. I was looking at it. I was trying to decide what kind of, you know, what genre it is, because it's hard to tell, but I was looking at the band right here, and I'm like, they look pretty badass, so it's probably hard rock, maybe even metal, so let's give it a shot. So I did, because I feel like I've heard someone talk about it on the VC. I can't remember who. I thought it was Scott Waters, but then I told him about it, and he had never heard of him. I know, what's the world coming to when Scott Waters hasn't heard of a hard rock band from the 80s? I'm just teasing, just teasing. So yeah, so I gave it a shot, and I really enjoyed it. Not as heavy as I thought it might be, but it's definitely straightforward hard rock from the 80s. Reminded me a lot of Tesla, since, you know, I'm new to Tesla, so they're fresh up here, so I heard some similarities. It also kind of reminded me of Europe, you know, so you could just kind of tell what style it is. So I did my research, and they're actually from Switzerland, and this is their second album. But yeah, I really like what I heard. I recommend it. Some great stuff, and this is actually, I think, a West German pressing, made in West Germany, and it's on the Vertigo label. So yeah, 1988, I believe. But yeah, China! Definitely give them a try. I definitely like what I heard. Alright, last one, guys. Last one from Matt's Media. I love these guys. Don't have much by them, so I had to fill another hole in the collection. And it's Y&T with In Rock We Trust. This is some great stuff. I love Y&T. Just some great 80s hard rock. And yeah, this was a great album. And they had a hit on here with Don't Stop Running. And let me just tell you, if you haven't seen the music video for Don't Stop Running, do yourself a favor, stop everything you're doing, and go watch that video. It is the cheesiest thing I've ever seen. And music videos tend to be pretty cheesy, especially from this era. But this one takes the cake. Okay. Let me set the stage a little bit. So you have this geeky guy, Paul, and he's at school, and he looks older than I do, and he's in high school. He's at the lockers hitting on this foxy lady, and he's like, hey, you want to go out? And she's like, hell no, I'm going out with Johnny. Maybe not in those words, but she's like, nah, you know, you're a geek. And he gets home, he's all bummed, and he lies on his bed, puts on his headphones. Don't Stop Running comes on. But then transformation occurs, and he turns into this guy, this robot transformer looking dude, and he just jets off. He starts flying. He goes to jam with the band for a while, but then the chick from earlier, she's on her date with Johnny, and they get attacked by these thugs, and I'm talking like futuristic thugs from like Blade Runner or Back to the Future Part 2. Yeah. And Johnny just bails. He just leaves her there to get attacked. So she's getting attacked. The robot flies into the rescue, saves her, and then she just doesn't even thank him, just gets out of his arms, runs away, and he has a tear. The robot cries. That's it. That's the music video. I kid you not, you can't make this up. So yeah, check it out. Yeah, Y&T. You can't go wrong. I only have one other record by them, Mean Streak, which I love. So I look forward to finding more by them. So there you have it, folks. That was my vinyl update. Thanks for bearing with me. It's been a long day. I had a big test at school today, so I kind of having a hard time getting into it. But I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Hope you enjoyed the picks. Let me know what you think. Give me your thoughts, your opinions. I always love to hear from you guys. It's my favorite part of doing these videos. So take care of yourselves, and I'm gonna have a CD update for you guys real soon. I don't know how soon. Depends when I get a chance. But I have a lot of CDs to show off. Maybe 15 or so, 20 maybe, I don't know. A lot of good stuff to show off. So until then, take good care of yourselves, and peace out.